Hey, what's up, man? 187 New Breed, back at it again, man, with this new video. Want to speak on the Manti and the Lance Armstrong fiascos going on. First, I want to speak on the Lance Armstrong. How this guy denied for so many years about he never took drugs, never took any enhancement drugs, and never cheated, and got something sticked in his arm. We thought that he was a good guy. Hell, I bought at least about 4 or 5 of those Live Strong bands. I wish I had it on today, but I can't find them. I got 4 or 5. I can't find it. That's crazy, but for how long he's lied, and then he wants people to be easy on him, but we're not gonna be easy on somebody for somebody that lied. Like, I heard he was in Oprah, interviewed him and stuff like that, and when you go on Oprah, automatically you gonna cry. It's like VH1, you gonna cry, so when he did like a 2.5 hour interview or something like that, and I heard he was telling Oprah, is it any time you gonna take it easy on me and stuff like that. I'm like, hell no, motherfucker, you lied to America and across the world, but people who looked up to you, and you lied about cancer. You getting into the proceeds, I wouldn't be surprised if he used all that money or some of that money for the proceeds to that cancer foundation and Live Strong for his drug habits. And I remember it was a cyclist that first brought the story. I think it was Landis something, I forgot his name. I think it was Landis. And he brought it up that, he was the first one. Everybody thought he was lying. And even he admitted that he's seen them. But all these stories, it's kind of like baseball. All this stuff about baseball, everybody lying, and then when Canseco did the book about how many people did it, now everybody's on his head, but it was needed for baseball, because if this didn't happen, if he didn't come out with that book, you know what I'm saying, nobody would know. Now that's the thing about somebody in the Hall of Fame that took steroids now. So they trying to look into that. So it just tells you how messed up things are. But what Lance Armstrong did was totally uncalled for. Really, if it was a black person, he wouldn't get off scot-free as he is now, as Lance Armstrong, and a white person would. You know what I'm saying? If it was a black person that lied and stuff like that about performance-enhancing drugs and stuff, they would have threw the book on him, they would have tried to put him in jail. So it just tells you that white privilege is something else, man. It just tells you that it's really something else. So I'm just surprised, how I'm surprised, but then I'm not surprised at how scot-free he's getting off. So it's crazy. But I don't have no sympathy for all these celebrities that lie, and then when they get caught, they want people to take it easy on them and get off so easy and stuff. I don't have no sympathy for that. None. Especially if I'm paying to see you and your team, and then most of the time your team is bullshitting around anyway because you're not playing as hard, even though you're making that much money. But I don't have any sympathy for Lance. Now, I still wear the bands. I wear them because of a basketball thing, because I like playing basketball. The bands is cool. Plus, I like putting in on a good cause for cancer. So, I thought I was putting in a good cause, but to find out, but it's still a good cause. It's just that Lance Armstrong is just a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's tarnished. His whole career is just tarnished. It's almost like whatever. But to this Manti thing, and I'm going to go back to the Lance Armstrong thing, but this Manti situation to me, I think is so crazy. This got to be one of the most craziest stories I've ever heard. You know, it's just, to have a girlfriend hoax, have a hoax on your girlfriend dying, and for all of a sudden for this to happen. Now, here's some questions that I really want to say. Number one, would this story even have broken down if he would have won the national champion? His team would have won a national championship because of this whole one bad game that he had, one of the most important games in his career. All of a sudden, you hear in the stock go down, his draft thing might go down. It's going to go down, especially with this story. And, you know, him not playing good, missing tackles. And now you hear this whole thing of his girlfriend dying of leukemia, and I think his grandmother died. Now I'm starting to question if his grandmother done died now, as much as going on. But for this to happen, and then all of a sudden it happens a couple of weeks after you lose a national championship, and you want people to have pity for you. And also the time period that this happened. Now this happened around September, about when his girlfriend died. Now it's January. How in the hell do it take you this long to find out that not only if your girlfriend died, or if it's a hoax, or to find out that this is a lie and this is a hoax? How can you find out this long? You know, and then if you're going to a funeral, because normally a funeral, when someone dies, a funeral is maybe a week later after the person died, or 2 weeks later at the most. How do you not find that shit out then? You know what I'm saying? How do you not find that out then? Like, oh man, this is some kind of hoax. But then you have an online relationship with a girl, which I told y'all about online dating. Don't do that shit. You cannot trust these women online dating. The best thing to do is do it publicly. I know the game is messed up, but that's what's better. What would you rather do? Step up to a chick that you already know what she look like, or talk to a chick on the internet and you not know what's going on? Watch that catfish show, and I'm gonna do a show on that catfish and online dating too. But you know, he does the interview and say I had nothing to do with it. You know, this guy, and then all of a sudden the guy that did the online dating thing now has a history in hoaxing people and all this stuff. But the time frame is still, to me, doesn't make any damn sense. How do you wait till January to automatically say that it was a hoax? From September. And we gotten to think, we gotten to like this dude and what he's came through and the adversity he's come through, almost coming to a point where he is a Heisman. Now what would have happened if he would have won a Heisman? Would the same shit happen to him that happened to Reggie Bush when he lied and all the stuff that went down with him? And what would have happened, again, what would have happened if Notre Dame would have won the national championship? I'm just saying. It does not make any sense to me. This whole story is just crazy. We are never going to know the whole truth. We need to just put unless we got a lie detector test or something, because this thing to me is out of hand. It's just out of hand to me, and I don't understand it. It's just, we never gonna understand it, because there's so many lies and deceits, and people want to feel sorry, and it's just another thing. And what's crazy is I did the video on American sports figures and what happened to them, And it just happens that 2 hours later, after I made that video, this whole Manti Te'o thing started. So it's a hell of a coincidence, but hey, it is what it is. But this is what's going on. That's why you cannot believe too much in these American sportsmen. Now, I know it's some that are good, you know, the Kevin Durant's, you know what I'm saying, and all these other ones in, you know, football, basketball, but that you don't hear about. Even a guy that's been retired, Alonzo Mourning, what he's done to the Miami and the community, and doing everything that he can, and with his wife and what's going on. You know, it's people like that that you could look up, that you could say that's a good sports role model. You know, all these other people that, you know, it's hard to do that. Some of them do things, again, for tax write-offs. So with this Manti Te'o thing, it's mind-boggling, because I can't believe what's as expired, whatever you say it. But it's just mind-boggling. This is why I can't trust. It's a lot of sports stars I can't trust anymore. Now when you hear stories like this, it's like, what is there to believe? It's a story every single week on the star, what he's doing wrong. If it's this guy, it's that guy, then you hear about Carmelo getting divorced and all this other stuff, and it's just like, it's insane to me. It's insane to me. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. So I just don't. It's just insane. But man, I had to do this video. Shout out to my man Mario Robinson for making me for bringing this topic to me, because I really wasn't gonna do it, but it's a couple of people that say, man, you should do it. So with him, you know, thanks Mario. You know, shout out to everybody that's friends with me on Facebook and everything. Again, man, if you want, I got more videos on Ustream. Just check me out on The Realest Brother on Ustream. And you know, again, holla at me on Facebook, Steve the Realest. No, I take it back. Steve, greatest man that ever lived, franchise, on Facebook. So you can holler at me on there, man. But until then, man, give me your thoughts and everything. See what y'all think. Your facts and your opinions. I always respond to every message that people give me. So, you know, just give me your thoughts, man. Until then, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace out.